Hello everyone, and thanks for joining me for another Lawtrak update video. It's been about 3 weeks since our last video, and I wanted to show you some of the things that we've been working on for this new release and some of the things that you'll be seeing in some future releases. Before we get into some of the new features, I wanted to go back to the emails that you send us, asking us for different things that you'd like to see in the new program. Some of them may look a little bit small, but these are things that you've sent in, and we look at each and every one of those emails, and we're going to try hard to put these things on our list. So let's take a look at some of those requests that you sent in. This user said, "I would love to see a warning page before exiting the system. I accidentally closed the page. It would be nice if there was a warning." Well, we gotcha on this one. Now if you click the X in the upper right hand corner, a warning screen will come up, making sure that you really do want to exit the program. Next, we made some changes to use the tilde key for the autofill of the date and time. Current users are used to using F2 for the date and F3 for the auto time fill. We made some changes, and although the tilde key is still there for you to use to autofill both, users can now continue to use the F2 key and the F3 key to auto-populate the date and time, just like they have in the past. The next request came from a lieutenant who does some ticketing in some high traffic areas. He often runs into violators from other countries or territories such as Guam or Canada, and asked if we can incorporate these into the e-ticketing. So here you go, Lieutenant Strauss, and happy ticketing. Next, we've been working on page validations. These are the data points that are necessary to be able to save a report or to transition to the next page. Much of this work has been done behind the scenes, so you may not be able to visually see it in the new release. But I did want to give you an example, so let's take a look at the subpoenas page. You can see here that we've marked the items that are necessary to be able to save a subpoena. Again, looking at our feedback from Captain Griffith of Port Royal PD, he suggested changing the color of the boxes for those items that must be filled in to a different color. We agree with you, Captain, and in the next few releases, you will start to see this happen. The boxes will be a different color to draw your eye to those data points that are necessary for the page. We really appreciate the suggestion, Captain, and are happy to put it into the new design. Let's move on to the court. If you remember from our last video, we showed you some of the work that we had done in the assessment reports. We did receive feedback on the test assessment report, and I just wanted to let you know that that should be available in an upcoming release. If you recall, we made running the assessment report much easier. You no longer have to go from one screen to another to run the report. The links bring you right back in. So you could run down and run each of your reports, and if they're all in order, you can see that the green check mark appears next to each one. Once you're done with that, and you have all of your reports run, you can then run the final assessment. Now you can run the final assessment, and then from here, once that's done, you could go in and then go into view assessments. This is the current assessment page, and although this is what you're used to, we wanted to see if we could make this a little bit more intuitive and user-friendly. So this is what we came up with. In the new version, you would click on view assessment, and then all of your assessments would come up. You can then go in and click on one, and then this will display the layout of the new assessment page. If you have to, press pause and take a moment to look at this page and give us your feedback. We hope that this layout is easier for you to read, but either way, we'd love to hear what you think. The last request that I wanted to touch upon is one that we get often, and that request is to have the tickets available for payment and updating into the system in real time. Currently, it can take hours for the tickets to be available for payment and even longer for the receipts to show back in the court. We heard your frustration with this, so in the new system, once the ticket is completed and done, you can move right into the payment of that ticket by searching for the last name and a ticket number or the name and date of birth on that ticket. So you could just go in, put in the name and then the ticket number, click on search. You're going to find that ticket, and then you'll be able to pay that ticket quickly and easily through the new system. Once that ticket is done and submitted, we take the results of that and send it directly into the Lawtrak court system. So you'll be able to go right into the court system, go into data entry. From there, just click on courtroom proceedings, and you'll be able to see any of the receipts that are with that ticket. So you just type in the ticket number, go in, and then any receipts associated with that ticket will appear automatically. And we hope this helps. Again, we'd love your feedback on any way to make the system better. And that will bring us to the end of the video for this time around. Again, we strongly encourage you to call, text, or email Todd with any feedback or questions that you may have. Please understand that any feedback that you give us is reviewed, and we always try our best to incorporate your new ideas into the product whenever we can. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.